What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of sort of indie games, I guess. This one's by Crytevo, but it is made by an indie team that got hooked up with Crytevo. I don't know, the line has gotten so murky at this point, dude. There are quote-unquote indie publishers out there that have a market cap higher than 2Ks. The line is so muddy nowadays. I try not to address it because it's like this sticky elephant in the room where it's like, I feel like at a certain point you graduate and you're not really like indie anymore because you've got like serious financing behind you. But like, I don't think that I'm smart enough or observant enough to decide where that line is at. And also, I just don't really like being judgmental and making that call. Yeah, it opens me up to scorn, and what do I need, ulcers? Today we're going to be taking a look at Roots of Pacha. This is my first impressions of the game. I haven't played it at all. Unfortunately, I'm having a big chunk of my house rebuilt right now, as I've talked about in previous videos. It has deeply affected my work, and I'm sorry for that. Normally, I like to put in some hours before I cover something. So, Roots of Pacha, we're going to play for a little bit. We're going to have a good time. If I see things along the way that I like or I don't like, I'm going to do my best on the fly to point them out to you. There's a link to the game down below. Roots of Pacha is in 1.0, as you can tell from this particular stamp right here, so it's done. This game has itself fashioned as kind of like a prehistoric life RPG. So Stardew Valley, but with cavemen, basically. Hunting buffaloes. As a buffalo, dude, one of my biggest dreams in life is to pet a buffalo. I almost got to pet a buffalo. My wife had an uncle who has a buffalo farm, like a buffalo preserve farm thing. And all of his buffalo have been slowly dying off of old age because he wants to retire from the buffalo game and just kind of like be an old man and do old man stuff that does not involve buffaloes because he he's getting old. His final buffalo passed away, though, like a week after my wife and I started dating. I was so close to actualizing my dream of petting a buffalo. His buffalo was friendly, too, and it loved to be petted. How frequently do you get that opportunity to pet a buffalo? I'm off on a tangent right now. I'm going to make the video longer to make it up to you. All right, let's go play some Roots of Pacha. Links down below. You can also find a link to my Discord and my Twitch stream just in case you wanted to hang out live. I am active on both of those platforms. You're more than welcome to join me. Let's play all alone. So we get to design our character first. Are we like naked wearing nothing but a vest? What are we wearing right now? Is that like a unitard? What is that? Yeah, it looks to be some kind of prehistoric unitard. That's what it looks like to me anyways. I got a little flower in my hair though, like it's the summer of '63. Over and over, crimson and clover. Oh, I can have different eyebrows and stuff. Give me them big thick ones, man. Yeah, give me them Eugene Levy's, man. Give me them eyebrows that look like they were put on with Sharpie. A lot of people don't know that about Eugene Levy. Eugene Levy does have eyebrows that are quite bushy, but he actually, for most of the movies he's in, before they film, he uses a Sharpie to darken his eyebrows just to make them look even thicker. Because, like, Eugene Levy knew that that was, like, his thing during that entire, like, waiting for Guffman phase of his career. All right, so we got brown eyes right there. I can have tats? What? Do I get to pick the tat color? It's gonna have to be, I can't see it, so it's gonna have to be, can I have, like, Braveheart paint, dude? I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have Braveheart paint. Let me fiddle with this character here. There's my character right there. Honestly, I feel like he's a spitting image. He's got the same facial hair. He's got the same haircut. I had long hair. It was down to the center of my back, but I cut it like a week ago. So I have a shaved head again for the first time in 2 years. I gotta name myself. What's my name? Clangor in all caps. That's a good, respectable caveman name right there. That's a name, like, what I like to do when I think of a caveman name is I like to think of, like, you know those games where you were that guy in middle, or like Shadows of Mordor or whatever, and you were running around with Celebrimbor. New Year's Eve, our first winter in this land is almost over. The clan is coming back home from the mountaintop. Whenever I think of a caveman name, I like it to be something that a horde of orcs could chant while I walk in slow motion out to fight the hero, you know? Where does the time go? It's hard to believe your rite of passage is so soon. Wait, I'm on my rite of... Look at my facial hair, though. I feel like we can skip this process. I have the facial hair of, like, passage, bro. Like, People with facial hair like this, we're like the king of the passages. We passage it out. I feel like in a situation like this, a rite of passage is wrong, all right? It still feels like we found you only yesterday. I bet you'll have the coolest totem of everybody. Yeah, dude, it's gonna have like 4 dragons on it, and they're all gonna be playing like Epiphone Les Pauls, and it's gonna be like, pow! When people walk by, it's gonna bust out a rad solo with like finger tapping and sweet picking and like integrated picking, bro. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna have a little speaker in it. Maybe. I could sense there's something different about you even right now. Yeah, I forgot to shower last night. I don't want the winter festival to be over. I'm not ready to go to bed. One more story, please. All right, just one more. Tell the story of how we got here. I like the way you tell it. Back when the summer sun still warmed our skin, it was time to pick the day for the next rite of passage. Vuok, our great shaman, asked the spirits and got a strange answer. You gotta move, they demanded. No normal person would ever question the spirits, but our Vuok is no normal person. Why? He asked. You need to find a tree that's far to the east, the spirits said. Only danger will await you here. But we didn't know of any Pacha trees to the east. This gave our leader a difficult dilemma. Did we travel into unknown lands and risk disobeying the spirits? But there was one thing that he could always depend on. The clan. That's right, we packed up everything and we walked. We walked and we walked. Soon the leaves began changing colors and we still hadn't found a tree. Cold, tired, we traveled through the savannah, unsure of how much further we could walk. Our shaman is strong, but he's not infallible. Did he make a mistake? As we were making camp, the earth shook. The ground groaned, a terrible sound as the trees threatened to topple. There was no doubt that this was a powerful sign, but for what? The way we had come was blocked and the winter was too close to go back. Then the clan did what it does best. We worked together. That's right. We all took hands and we sang, I don't know. We sang Whoville songs. Fa, Who, Dor, and we did that whole thing. Some built our homes while others gathered food for the winter. Vuok walked away from the group. Noticing his absence, Uklangor followed him into a nearby forest. It's true, there's nothing I enjoy more than following people into forests. Our shaman was distraught. How could he make everyone leave their homes only to be trapped here in this strange land? But then, they saw it. We were home. Dude, that bed looks so comfy. I don't know, dude, like a buffalo fur blanket feels like it would be so cozy, dude. Wow, look at that pixel art. It's pretty. I like it. Very saturated. All right, so I didn't read what that said because I was talking to you. So let's go ahead and go back on in here. Luckily, the journal is easy to find. File some wild seeds. Okay, so we got to find some wild seeds, and then we got to care for them and pick their precious yield in a couple of days. And then it looks like the clan is also preparing for a rite of passage. Okay. We could probably do that. Let's run around. Who are you? Your adoptive grandmother and person who keeps track of the weather. Okay. I offered a flower like this one for my rite of passage so long ago. Tomorrow's gonna be special. I can feel it. Okay, so like I've got like a stone. Okay, I've got like a sharp stone. Oh, you can pick. I discovered carrots. I may, actually, it's caveman times, dude. I might be the first person to discover a carrot. I'm pretty sure the original rendition of carrots were like poisonous or something. I feel like wild carrots are poisonous. It's the domesticated ones that are not. There's lots of things that like became edible just because of human proximity. Oats are one of them. Oats used to be a weed that was mixed in with wheat crops, and over time they evolved to be so much like wheat that they ended up becoming edible. So there you go. using your hand axe. Okay, I can do that. I'm gonna clear some fields out. Another carrot seed right there. I'm definitely getting Stardew Valley vibes right now. The clicking and selection feels very tight thus far. It does not feel loose, and it does not feel crappy. It feels all right. Yeah, let's go at. Oh, I can till the soil with my rock. Okay, well, let's like focus on getting some of this out of here. I do think it could use a little bit tiny of a more chunky sound effect when you're hitting kind of like a ka-thunk, ka-thunk. Like, I don't know, there's not a lot of chunkiness to the striking sound right there. Either way, let's clear out like just a little patch over here where we can plant like our initial crops. Oof, we gotta get that line right there is terrible, bro. Who's your barber? We gotta get a new barber, man. That's not a good line for that Caesar, bro. It's not looking good right now. We need to go to the barber. We're gonna need to complain, and we're gonna need to get that line fixed. That line is unacceptable. Look at that right there. Like, what did he even do with that dude? There's squares of hair missing. Oof. See, this is why you gotta find a barber and keep him close. Like, did we forget to tip him or something? There we go. Seeds are all in. We don't know when we're gonna be harvesting them. I'm guessing that's my energy meter that dictates when I get tired. Your adopted grandfather. Okay, it's probably good to like learn all these people. You sowed the seeds. I wonder if there are more around here. So we're planting crops, but it sounds like we're a nomadic tribe that moves where we need to go. Just kind of here and there. That display is really nice. I don't know what it means, but I like the way it looks. Okay, it's very pretty. I want to look at it more. I want to gaze upon it. What do we have going on down here? I need to familiarize myself with the village. Hey, how you doing? Let's see here. So this is the partner of the clan's leader. She puts, okay, so maybe I shouldn't be like that might be dangerous. I might end up in like a single combat, blood sport fight for dominance of the clan. Just like in like Black Panther, you know what I mean? I don't want to end up fighting with spears near like a waterfall. There's so much to do. We'll need lots of contributions if we're going to prosper in this new land. If you could contribute 3 different totems, that would help a lot. All right, so Pachans work together. As a member of the Pachan clan, you are expected to contribute to its prosperity. Okay, so that's effectively the currency. So this big pot right here is what they're playing around with is tribal cultures typically were share and share alike. And they had tons and tons of free time. That's the other thing that people don't really know about. So in a tribe, everybody did something. And everybody just took what they needed, and they were expected not to be greedy, so on and so forth. This game has conceptualized that, where you contribute things to your tribe by putting them inside the pot right there, and this number will go up, which then allows you to take things out of storage for your own usage. And so it's equivalent exchange. You got to give in order to take. I don't know if I can interact with some of this stuff down here, but... So they want 3 unique contributions. Well, they want 3 unique contributions. I have wood, I have grass, and I have flowers. I don't know how useful that stuff is, but it might be worth just kind of like a little look-see around. Do we have a map? Oh, wow. Okay, so there's our entire tribe, and it looks like there's a guard that like we can go across the river. Okay, it doesn't look like I can zoom in or like zoom out. Oh, there's like other zones too. Okay. Cool stuff. All right, cool. Well, let's cut off to the left. Everything feels fairly high quality right now, though. I'm really liking the saturation level that they went with. What's this right here? A shell? Oh, nice. Blue seashells. Sweet. Fun thing about a blue seashell is that if you are in a jet ski race with another person and you throw a blue seashell at them, it will seek them out if they're in first place and hit them every single time. And of course, there's other stipulations here too, whereas like seashells are blue, bee shells are red. So you want to watch out for that too, just to make sure, you gotta be careful where you leave your bee shells and your seashells, all right? Well, let's see what we can throw inside the contribution pot. I definitely don't want, I don't want to give you any of that stuff. I'm okay with giving you like grass. There we go. I had to figure out how to get the menu to come open. You gotta right click it. You can have a seashell. You can have some woods, and I need those flowers for my graduation, but you can have 1 flower right there. You can have a flower, and you can take it. So, like, I think that should be everything? I don't think it instantaneously tabulates the amount of favor that you're going to get with the tribe. I think we got to wait till later. I think it's like an end of day type thing. Like, you know how you threw everything inside the chest in Stardew Valley? I think it's kind of like that. You throw it in there, and then at the end of the day, it tells you how much favor you've got. Let's go ahead and clean up this field a little bit. It's a mess over here, dude. Oh, nice. We got some rocks. I don't think our tool has durability on it, too, which actually I'm kind of like a big fan of. I don't like it when tools in video games have durability. I'm okay with having durability if there's a reasonably accessible, cheap way to repair your tools, but durability is one of those things in games that I'm about done with, I think, at this point in my gaming career, where I'm just like, just make it really expensive to make the item, and then just make it last forever, please. Like, I don't mind having to farm a lot of stuff to make it once so that it lasts forever, but the point at which you got me out here making a new axe like every 50 swings, I don't want to play the make an axe game no more. It looks like I have a water skin too. Do I need to like water these? It looks like I absolutely do. It was kind of bothering me. Like, I was thinking about it and I was like, so like in every other farming game you gotta water the crops? Do I have to do it in this game too? The clan's clothes and belt maker. She loves to help gather. It's hard to believe that Juke had his rite of passage 2 springs ago. Where does the time go? If you ever wondered who the most badass caveman was to ever exist, I suggest you look up a guy that they found in the ice named Otzi the Iceman, bro. Otzi the Iceman was a machine. We know that like 15,000 years ago, Otzi was hunting and he got attacked by bandits. And like on Otzi's body, it was so well preserved that they found like 7 different people's blood on his arrows and his knife. And like from the wounds on his body, he got shot in the back with an arrow while he was fighting somebody else. And his shoulder was covered with preserved blood, which means he had a buddy on his shoulder that he was carrying down the mountain while he was fighting bandits, dude. If I ever go out, I want to go out like Otzi the Iceman, dude. Otzi went out like a real one. He definitely in Valhalla right now. The clan's toolmaker, Acre. Okay. I'm tired of making paths, but you might want to craft some for the fields. Oh. Okay. The tutorial says that I can craft things. Oh, you click on that right there. So it looks like I can make stone floors, wood floors, dirt floors, and a stone box. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that. Can I learn things from you? Doesn't look like I can. Ooh, I can walk, dude. All right. The clan's builder, like his partner Acre, he prefers to stay busy. The kids are all concerned about the rite of passage. I'm just concerned that they do their chores. Fair. Fair. My parents were always on me about doing my chores too. Hey, can I borrow some of your tomatoes? I know they're growing right next to your house. But like, I'm just gonna, we're in a tribe. We share. All right. There we go. The clan's healer. That's probably a good person to know too. Igrork told me about his plan for the fields. I gathered some of these. Oh, more tomato seeds. Nice, dude. Have fun in the fields. How come nobody else is in the fields? How come I'm the guy out in the fields? Is that just like my tribal job? Is that just like I'm the local farmer? All right, fair enough. I've got tomato seeds. So let's go ahead and drop them on in here. I need to figure out how many tomato seeds do I have? I have 8. Okay. I'm not like a big raw tomato guy. I don't know. To me, a raw tomato tastes like a dumpster in the sun smells. There's something genetically wrong with me that I do not like raw tomato at all on anything. It just makes me like it makes my stomach go. I'm actually not a picky eater either. Tomato is one of the few things in food existence that like just swallowing it is difficult for me. Other than that, I got an iron gut. I'll eat just about anything. I've had tripe. I've had all kinds of stuff. No problem. Right down the hatch. But like when it comes to tomatoes, man, I just can't do it. And it's especially odd because I like tomatoes in things. Like I love Italian food. I love marinaras and sauces. I love salsas. You know, like I love things that have tomato in them. But just tomato by itself, for whatever reason, man, just makes me feel sick. I don't like it. The flavor just makes me feel, like I got something in my throat that I need to get out violently. Here's a cool effect. You want to hear something cool? As we get closer to this girl playing flute, it adds her flute to the background music. But if we walk away, her flute disappears, but she's playing along with the background soundtrack. That's a nice little detail. Some games would fade out the background soundtrack and just have her play like a solo by herself. That's a much... Oh, is that a dog? Oh, sweet, dude. It doesn't seem to trust us. His name is Kessler? What kind of caveman name for a dog is Kessler? If you got a caveman dog, you got to name it something guttural. Something like... Vrk! Like, that's a great name for a caveman dog right there. Like, Glock! Like, that's another fantastic name for a caveman dog. Like, Flork! Like, that's another good name. Lots of monosyllabic, very hard consonant things. Like, if you want to name a caveman, all you gotta do is think about the noises you would make if someone punched you in the stomach really hard. I'm going back to bed. I'm tired. I don't know what the rest of y'all are doing, but I'm going back to bed. Wait, mom and dad sleep in separate beds? Is it like the 1950s? Oh, nice. What was my contribution? Oh, I only made 44 magical white hands. I think everybody else contributed a lot more than I did. That's what I'm feeling like right now. Apparently the clan was not super hard up for a bunch of logs and a bunch of grass. The clan has traveled far this day. Your rite of passage. Cutscenes are skippable, so that... Oh, my man's got his mask on. When I asked Pacha about this day, she called us to leave our old home. We traveled far, and she rewarded us with a safe and fruitful land. She has given us much, and today we honor her with a promise. It is when our totems are ready to reveal themselves that we're asked to serve the land, the spirits, and the clan. Let us begin. Ibn, Frere, knock. How will you seal this promise? With Pacha's rocks, I've discovered the magic of sound. Today I offer my first instrument. Oh, it's an ocarina. Ibn, we have heard the roar of your music. The cave lion is the spirit that will protect you. It's in Pacha's waters that I've learned to watch the movements of fish. Today, I offer the catch she gave me this morning. Frere, you have shown your patience on the riverbanks. The animal that protects you is the bear. That's my impression of a bear right there. I've only seen like a dozen black bears in my life, but that's how I imagine a bear sounds. Pacha taught me the art of combining different ingredients to make something mouth-watering. Today I want to offer my best dish. Knock. I only know one creature that shares your passion for food. The wild boar will protect you. You Clangor, how will you seal this promise? I don't know. I didn't catch any of this stuff. I feel like stamina would be nice. Pacha enjoys your dish and feels restored. Your maximum stamina has been increased. Nice, dude. So, like, every year we get to make an offering that kind of, like, levels us up. For generations, we've guided the spirits of animals. But long ago, when Pacha plucked humanity from the stars, it was her ancient spirit that advised us. You Clangor, that same spirit protects you now. The tree... Man, everybody else got, like, a tiger and, like, a bear and, like, a boar. They all got, like, Megazord-relevant animals. I got a tree? Come on, man. That's not even a living thing. I mean, it kind of is. I guess it does photosynthesis, but, like... I couldn't have, like, a raven? Or, like, a jackal? You know what I mean? Or, like, a wolf? Whatever Pacha's plans are, you should know we are here with you. Man, I'm disappointed. Everybody else got something awesome. I got foliage. Lame. So what do we do now? You always make me proud. Well, that's good. What's up with you, man? You know Vuok as the clan shaman. Oh, he doesn't have his mask on right now. An ancient spirit is a powerful totem. I think I have a lot to meditate on. He wants me to talk to Ter for contributing. Thanks for contributing. I have something for you after the feast. Is it smooches? It's not gonna be smooches. It's never smooches. All right, so I wandered around for a little bit. I talked to everybody. I met all the townsfolk real fast just to kind of like, you know, finish it off before the rite of passage. Let's head on back out of here and see if we can get some more gameplay moving. So I did, okay, we did working together. That's good. I think, let's talk to the shaman. It can't be a coincidence that we found you long ago and traveled to this land. I mean, there's a lot of oh, that was my bad. I'm sorry, I dribbled all over the forest floor. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I would like my hand axe back. Ooh, beans. Nice, dude. I love beans. I eat so much red beans and rice, dude. I love beans. I don't know, like the only ones that I don't like is I don't like the beans that have the little eyes on them. Like those ones have like a weird texture and I've never enjoyed them. So as I'm inspecting stuff in the forest over here, we just had an idea. Apparently this game has ideas. And what that means is you have to get prosperity up to a certain level. And not only are you like a farmer Stardew Valley style, but this game appears to have a hook that revolves around ideas and prophecies. But the ideas are you moving your clan into the future, making them more prosperous so that they learn new technologies and new things that they can do it. I think that's actually a pretty cool hook because the game stayed pretty close to Stardew Valley for the intro we played so far. I'm glad to see it diverging already and being like, okay, here's the thing you're familiar with, and now here's how we're different. That's a really good way to pitch your game to an audience. I don't like it when a game that's clearly inspired by something else waits like 9 hours to let you know what the twist is and how it's different from the thing that it was sort of spawned from. That I feel like that should always be early on in. Now, if we can find Ter around here, it says that Ter wants to talk to us, but I don't know if like, are we all just foraging out in the forest right now? Is Ter even around here? She might be over to the right, is what it looks like to me. Let's see if she's over here. Oh, there she is right there. So good to see you contributing. I hope you keep it up. I have an extra solar dryer I hope you find useful. What does a solar dryer do? I don't know what this is. Does it like, you have given me an object, but I don't know what the object is. So Kuro, with his powerful rays, will dry your produce and preserve it longer. Okay, so it's just for like, you know, you ever have like the best thing on earth? You know how you get like trail mix and it's got like the dried fruit in it, like pineapple and papaya and you know, like other goodies up inside it, like apple? Dude, dried fruit, that's one of my addictions, especially like the papaya and the mango, dude. So good. I love dried mango. Okay, so we came back from the forest. I actually wanted to try out fishing. Oh, cool, there's like a little mini game. Do I have to stay still? Keep calm and follow the fish. Oh. Okay, so I kind of see how it's going. It's a porcupine fish. I'm gonna catch some more fishes. I don't think I'm very good at fishing, though. I feel like there's a strong chance that I may have to get like a better spear for this. Got him. There we go. We got a new record porcupine. Very nice. I will become the king of river fishing. Can I just like waltz into other people's houses? Didn't even knock too, dude. I just straight busted through the front door like a sitcom character. Did that ever bother anybody about like 90s sitcoms? That always drove me crazy with 90s sitcoms. Like people would just like show up. They would just like walk in without knocking. I'm like, what was going on? Family Matters, Home improvement. People always just walk through the front door. They don't knock or anything. You saw those beautiful animals too. They don't seem to be afraid, but they don't really pay us attention either. I heard them react to bird songs, so I asked Ibn to sing one nearby, but her beautiful voice doesn't work. I remember a story about animals that liked music, though. 20 plant fibers? Do it. Teddy would know the story about animals and music. I'm gonna work on it. Ah, nice, dude. We're developing a new technology. I bet it's gonna be like a sick whistle, dude, that I can jam out to, and then I can show my caveman rendition of like, I'll tell me ma, dude. Let's go ahead and we'll move this over here. Listen, if the song is good enough for Van Morrison, it's good enough for the rest of us, okay? Oh, I got a new idea when I filled up my water skin from the river. Voda thinks there's a more convenient source of water underground. Who is Voda, though? I do wish when you moused over people it said their names, and I do wish I could zoom in and out, but it doesn't appear to be... Oh, there we go. I can find them this way. That's just as good, I suppose. Although I would like contextual pop-ups when I mouse over things. I'm a little bit of an addict in that regard. So it looks like I gotta water the crops, then we'll go north and talk to her. Voda, wait for me. Are you Voda? I don't know anybody here. There we go. Taking trips to the river to refill our water skins is getting tiring. While taking a nap, I heard the sound of water underground. I wonder if there's a way to reach it. 20 stones for that idea. We can talk about it later. We absolutely will, because as the local farmer, I am also super tired of walking down to the river. I'm about to get you your stones right now. I'll bust these things open right this second. I need some better tools, though, too. For a little bit of industrious work, it looks like we've got a nice little area cleared out right here. All right, let's go back and find Voda one more time so that we can get her started on the well technology. I'm curious to see how long it takes the development of a new technology that makes your life easier. I'm also going to drop off them fish over here. No, I don't really want to talk. I just want to contribute. There we go. Let's grab them fish. We'll put them in there. Grab some flowers. We can throw those in there. I got plenty of flowers. Voda! Gelrod wanted to do a tracking race, but why? I'll just win. Oh no, did we lose the idea? Oh, I see what's up. She had like a new thing to talk about, so it was just doing the dialogue. Alright. We will research. If we dig, maybe we can reach the water, but how will we contain it? True, true, true. Where'd that dog go? Hold on, I'm gonna spend the rest of the day exhausting myself petting a dog. Yup. It doesn't seem to trust... That one's name is Becky? Becky the dog. Oh, it's a wolf, and it lives with Oka. Oh, I can pet it when I have 3 hearts. Wonder if I give it a fish if it'll like me. I've never fed a dog fish before. But, like, I feel like a dog would eat a fish. They're a scavenger. They're omnivores. They eat, like, everything, right? Like, I've seen my dog eat a cat turd, and a fish seems way more appetizing than a cat turd. So, you know... If my man is willing to chow down on those, you know, almond kitty rokas straight out of the box, then like, I feel like he's probably good with an appetizing fish. Is there like only porcupines? I wonder if their silhouette is different, if they're a different type of fish. Doesn't particularly look like it to me. Sort of hard to say. Oh, it looks like maybe it reveals the fish after you're on top of it for a minute. Yeah, it does. So maybe maybe this season, like the porcupine is all we can get. There we go. All right, let's go feed the dog. Well, the other dog left, so I'm stuck with this dog right here. So pet, talk, inspect. What if I have like a fish in my hand? Oh, he likes fishies, dude. Okay. All right. So let me inspect him now. Oh, we got 1 heart. We got 1 heart with the wolf. Oh, there's another one over here. I will become friends with the wolf. And then no one will cross me once the great and powerful pack is behind me. I'm gonna go to sleep and see what happens tomorrow. I want to see some more gameplay. All right, so contributions went okay. It looks like everybody else is chipping in. I did 78, so like I helped a little. I mean, I was almost 10% of the contribution. Almost. But, you know, my dad used to say almost isn't. Okay, so first things first, we're going to need to talk to people about some of their ideas, because it does look like they complete in the morning rather than an actual 24 hours from when you set them up. Were you one of the people? Are you heading out to the land today? Take some food with you. It'll keep your energy up. We can dance. Oh, she don't want to dance with me, bro. Okay, never mind. I was right. Teddy told me the story again. Our ancestors imitated birds so that they could get close to their prey. With the right whistles, animals wouldn't run. This made me think of flutes, the ones we use for the rituals and the dances. Some of them kind of sound like birds. I asked Acre to make this special flute. I'm sure it'll work. Why don't you go try it and make some friends? Okay. So it looks like this whistle right here is basically a method by which you collect World of Warcraft style pets. You can go tame animals, and it says they'll come live on your property, and it says if they're small and fuzzy, they'll come live in your house. So there is the possibility here that we would be able to tame a kitty and then have it live inside of our house. The clan's fisherman. A bear totem. I love fishing, but I'm not sure I'm ready for the clan to depend on just me. Could you help me by catching and contributing some fish? It'd help me a lot. Man, you want me to pay for your contribution? See, this is the problem, dude. There's like takers and there's givers, man. And takers, they have like a huge capacity for taking. And like the givers, they start to feel guilty when they can't meet that demand because they don't have a cap on their givingness the exact same way that the takers, they have that endless upper bound on their takiness. You gotta be careful about that in life. Since a lot of the folk look like they haven't woken up, like the lady that has like our well thing going on, I'm just gonna water the crops and get that knocked out. It's our chores. It's probably our livelihood too. Doesn't particularly seem like we need to eat. What does that mean right there? Is that like energy overflow from the previous day because I didn't use it all up? Because if so, that's a really rad feature. I used to super hate wasting my energy in Stardew Valley. And so if you actually get to like save up your AP in this game for like later days, that's a really cool feature. Like I like that a lot. So you can have a day where you do lots of conversation. It is. That's exactly what it is. It's energy overflow. What a remarkably astute observation about the wasted energy in other games of this type. Because like games like Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, they all require you to have like storyline days where you don't really get to do anything in your fields or like anything with your chores because you're working on narrative or whatever. But narrative doesn't drain your energy. And so you go to bed at night with like a full energy meter. And so I like that feature. I like that feature a lot. That's a really good adaptation for the sort of like farming life sim RPG genre. I hope every game has it from now on. That's good. Looks like Voda's in her house over here, but I don't know if I'm allowed to like bother her while she's sleeping. Oh no, it looks like she's just rattling around. Okay. All we need is a hole deep enough for the water to flow into and some rocks to contain it. I'll call it a well. I made you one with the materials you gave me. Oh, dude, that's so nice. I'm so stoked to not have to go back down to the river to water my crops. This is going to be awesome. Oh, yeah, I need to put down my drying rack, too. Oh, a well doesn't go outside? Oh, it has to be in my fields. Okay. Yeah, put it down right there, then, and it just fills up. Does it have, like, infinite water? It looks like it does. It definitely looks like it has extra water. I got like another carrot seed right there too. What was that other seed? What are those? Oh, the beans! I totally forgot about the musical fruit, man. All right, let's see here. I need 4 spots. Well, I've already dug something over here, so why not? All right, so that's been knocked out. There we go. We're all watered up. And we needed to put down our drying rack, too. Sure, that's fine. And it looks like we can just throw things in there and it dries it out. Does that make it, like, more edible? Let's go catch a fish and find out. Fishy. Come here. Give me that fishy. All right, I have captured a record-sized fishy. Let's take this thing on back home to our house. and see if we can dry it. Oh, it only takes 3 hours. Really? That's a pretty good drying net right there. That's a pretty good drying rack if it only takes 3 hours. That's not bad. Making jerky usually takes a lot longer. And then I'm going to go into the forest and I'm going to see if I can get my animal friendship on. See if I can, you know, get any furry little creatures to move into my house. My real life house is full of little furry creatures always driving me nuts. But I like them. And so they get away with it every time. Even though they legitimately make me crazy. Oh, there's a little furry creature over here. Did it work? Do it again. What's happening? Oh, I'm playing a little song for him. No! Are we friends now? You've already played music to the bunny today. Come back tomorrow. But, like, there's so many bunnies over here. How do I know? Oh, I can name it? Yeah, I gotta name it. I'm gonna name my bunny. Let's name him. I think that's as good as it gets when it comes to naming a rabbit. I feel like that's a strong name. I feel like there's a really positive chance that this rabbit ends up becoming the supreme warlord of all rabbits. In my opinion. So now, well, I mean, I didn't want to play the flute again, but sure. Oh, the flute only lets me attune to 4 different animals, maybe like a day? Yeah, I'm thinking that might be, I mean, I don't know if it recharges every single day. But thus far, this is Roots of Pacha. This seems to be really well made. It seems to be a game that's definitely after Stardew Valley's own heart, but it makes pretty clear that it's also got sort of like a questing system in there and a prosperity system so that, you know, you take your tribe, you build them up, and you're expected to be contributing to the overall success of the tribe by throwing things into the old basket so that the number goes up, and then as the number goes up, the tribe gets new technologies, and I don't know if there's going to be events or anything that, like, check your prosperity or something bad happens. Like, so far, the game seems to be pretty lighthearted, but there's been a couple of games I've played in the past that were lighthearted, and then like midway through they took a turn where things got like really bad all of a sudden, and I'm like, man, that was a dark twist, dude. Like, even Stardew Valley had its moments. There were a few background stories that were actually like really relatable in Stardew Valley, like the guy that works at the Joja Mart that hates everybody, and like once you get to know him, you start to realize why he dislikes everybody. Or, you know, like what's her name's mom is an alcoholic, you know what I mean? Like, there was a bunch of like things in Stardew Valley that were kind of like relatable to adults as well, even though it was a game that was a bit more laid back, I guess. It still had those relatable sort of realistic moments. So who's to say this game might not have those too? I hope it does. But, you know, this is Roots of Pacha. This was my first impressions of the game thus far. I'm enamored with it. I want to play it more. I like the systems that they've got layered up, and I want to do more quests, and I want to help more villagers out, and I want to become friends with people and do things. And so, not bad. That's a good sign. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today it was Roots of Pacha. Tomorrow it will be something else. Thank you for the luxury of your attention, and I will be back with more videos tomorrow.